5922, it's a KSA 215922, which has been illegally used in here in the presence of your city fucking attorney as well. I didn't knowingly deny any lawful rights of such official or employee to lawfully enter a building or use the facilities. I didn't knowingly impede through the use of restraint, abduction, or coercion or intimidation by force. I didn't knowingly refuse or fail to leave after committing a crime in here, threatens to commit or incites others. I didn't knowingly impede after an act of intrusion, and I never intruded in here. So now that we've dispensed with this bullshit, the next thing we're gonna do is start working on the Second Amendment. Because our freedoms are gonna be real in here. Unless you can guarantee to me that all the guns are kept out of here, mine's gonna be allowed. You can't exit me because I'm addressing you. Look at that arrogant fucker over there. Commissioners, look at that arrogant fucker over there.
Yes.
Arrest me.
No.
Look at that arrogant fucker over there.
Just escorting you to leave.
Why are you going to escort me out? What have I done? What law have I broken?
Disrupted.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. And we are in recess.
What law have I broken?
Go.
Michael, let's go.
What law have I broken?
So,
Disrupted a public meeting.
Disrupted a public meeting during my 3 minutes? Look, guys,
He's asked you to leave.
during my 3 minutes.
Michael, let's go, please.
I haven't broken a law.
He's asked you to leave.
I haven't broken a law in the meetings in recess. He's doing this on purpose.
Let's go.
He's doing this on purpose, and he thinks it's fun.
Michael, let's go. I don't want to have to do this. Let's go. Come on. Michael, let's go.
Are we going to get in another lawsuit?
Let's go, Michael. Michael, I'm going to arrest you if you don't walk out this door.
Thank you. That's all I needed. Nothing they said mattered. And it'd be a shame on every single one of you to do anything with this ordinance with that motherfucker in here representing the board. That motherfucker right there,
please address us.
I can look wherever the fuck I want.
Please address us.
That motherfucker right there brought you in here a manipulated situation. That motherfucker right there, and I'll look over there as much as I want. You keep interrupting me, Bart. Go ahead. Keep making it worse. Somebody better stop him because you're all in it if you don't. Look at that arrogant fucker.
I'm not curbing your language. I'm just asking you.
Look at that arrogant
Michael,
fucker.
this is just a final warning.
Bart, I'm telling you to look at that arrogant fucker.
This is your final warning.
I can look wherever I want in this room. Look at that arrogant fucker.
All right, I'm going to ask you to leave. You're being.
Look at that arrogant fucker.
And we're going to go into recess for approximately 5 minutes.
Commissioners, you realize they're going to violate the Constitution again, and you're all aware, right? You're all aware. I can look anywhere in the room I want. If you're going to allow this, you're all a part of it now. You're all a part of it now. You need to stop this before it gets too late. You're all a part of it. You're all a part of it now. Nobody's going to say anything. You're all a part of it. Look at him. He's getting his body cam ready. You got his going too. You guys going to kick me out of here under threat of arrest again?
Yep. Michael, you need to leave.
Go ahead and say the words.
State statute 215922, you leave interference with a public meeting.
And if I don't leave,
You're going to go into jail.
I'm going to go to jail on that charge.
Yes.
And you are Sergeant Miller, we got Sergeant Fogarty, you're backing this up. And the Chief, you're backing this up too, right? Got it. All right, guys, if you're watching the meeting tonight, you probably saw that I got thrown out again. Now, here's the reason this is happening. We're teaching the First Amendment. We've already learned that the signs are fine and that the words are fine at the county. We saw them give in last week. We're going to test that again tomorrow night to find out. But what's happening in the city hall right behind me here, is we have a mayor who is focused on the words, and now he's making it about where you're addressing folks. Now, last week when I was thrown out, it was about me addressing the chief. And this is Chief of Police Richard Lockhart, who I can't give you any better records that he's a corrupt bastard than the exoneration in Anthony Kennan's police brutality case. Now, last week it was about addressing him. So this week, I'm not addressing the chief, I'm addressing the commission, and I'm saying things about the chief while looking at him. Now, apparently, now I'm starting to understand the rules a little better about how they're trying to play this. It's not about addressing him, it's now actually about looking at him. So in the progression of 3 weeks, now I've learned some of these arbitrary rules that Bart Littlejohn is using. First, it's about addressing him, and I got to address the commission. So now I'm addressing the commission, but I'm looking over here and I'm saying, Commissioner Bart Littlejohn, you can't do that. And I'm saying, Commissioner Bart Littlejohn, look at that arrogant fucker over there. But he doesn't listen. Now, here's the problem with this. There's a case in the Sixth Circuit that I've been made aware of, and it's Ison v. Madison. And basically what it says is the abolition of personally directed comments like that is facially unconstitutional, that they can't do that. I let them know that before the meeting, gave them the case reference and said, you know, there are some things here that need to change. I didn't actually reference the chief. I didn't direct my things. I referenced him, but I didn't direct my comments at him. We're going to test all this because they're going to learn the First Amendment, and they're going to learn that the people have rights in there. And the only reason that I'm pushing the boundaries as far as I am is because they're going to quit establishing these rules that say you can't. They're going to understand that people have the right to do these things.
But buckle up.
General public comment. The public is allowed to speak on items or issues or items that are scheduled for discussion on the agenda. Comments should be limited to issues and items germane to the business of the governing body. The commission will not discuss or debate these items, nor will the commission make decisions on items presented during this time. Members of the public will be limited to 3 minutes for comments.
Going to give you some definitions. Vitriol. Something as spoken or written words thought to be harsh or burning as acid. Kind of like when I was saying that there was a chief sitting over here that I said was an arrogant motherfucker and you threw me out a couple weeks ago. Attack. Set upon or work forcefully. I've come in here and tried to work forcefully on a number of different issues. Been fucking ignored. How about attack used as an adjective? Expressing or involving aggressively negative or harsh criticism of someone. Last but not least at all is freedom. The absence of necessity, coercion, or constraint of choice or action. For the last several weeks in here, there has been coercion and constraint in the choices of action with our freedoms in here. I've been threatened with arrest twice in the last 2 weeks. Because I said somebody over in this area of the room was a arrogant motherfucker. Your city manager right there is another arrogant motherfucker. I suppose we're done with that now, right? Why can't you be a man, Bart, and actually answer the emails I've sent over the last couple weeks? I've sent several messages to the city commissioners asking for clarification of this rule that I was threatened with, and basically explained to them that tonight was the night that they were either going to arrest me or back the fuck down. 5922, it's a KSA 215922, which has been illegally used in here in the presence of your city fucking attorney as well. I didn't knowingly deny any lawful rights of such official or employee to lawfully enter a building or use the facilities. I didn't knowingly impede through the use of restraint, abduction, or coercion or intimidation by force. I didn't knowingly refuse or fail to leave after committing a crime in here, threatens to commit or incites others. I didn't knowingly impede after an act of intrusion, and I never intruded in here. So now that we've dispensed with this bullshit, the next thing we're gonna do is start working on the Second Amendment. Because our freedoms are gonna be real in here. Unless you can guarantee to me that all the guns are kept out of here, mine's gonna be allowed.
Time.
Testing.
My name is Dr. Justin Spees. I saw a video from last meeting where you violated Michael Irby's First Amendment right to free speech when you interrupted and then prevented him from continuing to speak during his designated 3 minutes of public comment, and then you had him forcibly removed from the meeting under threat of arrest from Lawrence Police Department for the charge of disrupting a public meeting because Michael said, while being interrupted repeatedly by you, Mayor Littlejohn, he said, "Look at that motherfucker right there. I can look wherever the fuck I want. That motherfucker right there brought you in here a manipulated situation. That motherfucker right there, and I'll look over there as much as I want. You keep interrupting me, Bart. Go ahead. Keep making it worse. Somebody better stop him, because you're all in it if you don't. Look at that arrogant fucker. Look at that arrogant fucker. Bart, I'm telling you to look at that arrogant fucker. I can look wherever I want in this room. Look at that arrogant fucker. Look at that arrogant fucker." So I have a question about that. Why do I get to say that same thing right now? Michael said that, and it got him removed from the meeting. So sometimes things are allowed to be said, but sometimes they're not. Based on what? How are we supposed to know what's allowed and not allowed when you've given yourself such discretion to curb speech in here, to put guide rails on free speech when it's supposed to simply be free speech without restrictions? And all under the threat of the Lawrence Police Department blindly and dutifully following your unlawful directives to remove citizens under a snap decision of disrupting a meeting. Talk about chilling speech. All right, so am I allowed to say that because I'm quoting from what he said at a previous meeting? All right, so right now, could I say right here, right now, look at that motherfucker right there. I can look wherever the fuck I want. That motherfucker right there brought you in here a manipulated situation. That motherfucker right there, and I'll look over there as much as I want. You keep interrupting me, Bart. Go ahead, keep making it worse. Somebody better stop him, because you're all in it if you don't. Look at that arrogant fucker. Look at that arrogant fucker. Bart, I'm telling you, look at that arrogant fucker. I can look wherever I want in this room. Look at that arrogant fucker. Look at that arrogant fucker. Could I say that?
Looks like there is no more additional public comment here in the room. Sherry, any online or in Zoom?
Stephen Watts.
Hi. Excuse me. Okay for the guy finding grant monies for the firefighters to fund us, but good luck in getting any cooperation from them in terms of reviewing the data. You know, last week's meeting had a promise to provide the 5-year claims relative to the insurance for police matters, and nothing has been received. Nothing. This is what happens when you guys ask them to do something and it just sits. Can I stop and ask? When is that going to happen? Please? Can I get an answer, or I'm wasting my time, Bart? I mean, if I'm just wasting my time, please stop it.
I believe, Sherry, did you stop it beforehand?
Oh, his time? I'm sorry. No, I did not. Wanting.
Could you roll it back to, I think it was approximately, or silent for about 25 seconds, give him that much?
I'm confused.
I don't have that ability, but I can let it run
Okay.
25 seconds longer.
What are we doing?
I think that's about approximately what it was, Stephen, right?
Yeah, well, that's good enough, Bart. I appreciate it, but you can appreciate it. What good is it if you guys don't see yourselves as interfacing? You know, the next issue is, where are the town travel reports since September 2023? Can I get an employment in a place where you don't have to provide what you're required to do? I mean, I've never seen a government that allows it. Let's see, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 8 months, brother. You know, on a different vein, hey, thank goodness the MSO were very responsible and has been. Ms. Sieben has been extremely responsive in some matters, and the street got swept today. Excellent. You look at this other stuff, a lot of nonsense going on about sustainability. Okay, I sent you guys emails about this. What good is a sustainability website if when you click on a link, the stuff doesn't work? Where it says, okay, what can you do as a citizen? Well, the button for save natural gas, it doesn't work. Save electricity button, it doesn't work. Calculate energy, it doesn't work. The wind energy button, it doesn't work. Live well Lawrence button, man, that doesn't work. And even the local farmers markets button doesn't work. Come on, man. Why can't there be answers to these questions in terms of why this doesn't work? If we cannot do the simple nuts and bolts, and over the citizenry is turned over to the internet website saying, use the web pages. Okay, and even in the spirit of saying, wow, it's 10 million acres long, I understand you can't keep track of everything. Here's some help. I'm gonna say it now. They don't fucking want it. Thank you.
Lou Skunk.
Hi, this is Betty Lou. I was just wanting to talk about last week's meeting. I thought y'all were going to stop broadcasting public comment live, but I saw it last week. My 8-year-old grandson had been wanting to watch Lawrence City Commission for months, but I wouldn't let him watch because of people using naughty words during public comment. But when I read in the papers that y'all would stop streaming it live, I let him watch last week. But then when public comment came up, you didn't stop the feed and he heard curse words. He's an impressionable young boy. Little Johnny, come over here and tell the mayor hi. Here, I'm putting him on now. Say hi, little Johnny. Suck my dick, you man. You don't fucking son of a bitch. Little Johnny, you can't talk to the mayor like that. I'm so sorry, Mayor, for that. But now you see my problem. He's been cussing up a storm ever since last week. He got suspended from school because he called his teacher a fart-sniffing cunt. When she asked him what he just said because she was shocked, he said, and I quote, "What, are you deaf? Or do you just need to clean the principal's cum out of your ear?" This city commission has corrupted my grandson's mind. This is worse than when I let him watch the county commission meetings and he started calling everyone a beta male pussy. I think it's fucking bullshit that y'all exposed my grandson to such filth. Why oh why didn't you just stop the live feed like you said you would? Now what are you motherfuckers gonna do about it? Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Little Johnny, come tell the nice commissioners bye. Smell you later, shitheads.
That's all the public comment, Mayor.
All right. Item I, commission items. Any commission items? Gentleman earlier about the fire grants. I just wanted to inquire about that. Oh, no, I'm just bringing it up as a commission item. That seems somewhat familiar to kind of something we've been looking at before.
Yes, we've aggressively pursued safer grants many times, and we don't always get funded, but it is something we've looked at several times, and I think we've received them in the past.
May I ask how long you've been looking at them?
That's, wow.
I can go ahead, Rick. How long have you, sorry, how long have you been looking at them?
In Lawrence, before my tenure, I'm sure that they applied. Most cities do of our size. I've applied for them in other cities. So, I mean, not personally, ever since the SAFER program came into being in the 90s, I think, or 2000s.
But we continuously,
Yeah, definitely. It does come with some strings. If these need to be new positions that you have to fund, and so not always are we in a place where we want to grow our population, but we are in a growth mode here in this city. So cities like Lawrence do usually get aggressive with those, but they're not always funded. It's very competitive, and they're not always funded.
Okay, thank you.
Can you ask him why he didn't apply for it?
That's a warning for you. Please be quiet.
Oh, I get a warning. Gotcha.
So, any additional commission items? Commission calendar.
Looks good.
Yeah, looks good. All right.
I moved to adjourn.
Second.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Passes 4 and 1 absent. We are adjourned.
My God, Bart, you can't even avoid your prejudice for one night? You almost got there, and I get a warning for asking a question when somebody else doesn't? Really? I would think that you would understand prejudice and how it feels. God, pathetic, guys.
Mr. Finkeldye, I appreciate the change tonight, but I got to tell you, I thought we didn't respond to public comment.
I don't know how the mayor does that.
And I thought it was kind of funny that the guy yells out a question, and he doesn't get a warning, and the mayor actually asks his question, but when I holler out a question, I get a warning. Is that interesting to you?
I did notice that.
You're an attorney. I'd hope that you would talk to Bart about that kind of stuff. Tony, did you get some new advice? Not all of us are stupid about the law. Mr. Dever.
Yes, sir.
We're getting a lot closer, man. We're getting a lot closer, but how is it that a person can yell out a question during public comment and one person gets warned and the other person doesn't?
It definitely seemed uneven.
We're getting a lot closer, but I think we need to work on that.
You were really close.
Okay.
And I appreciate that.
Let him know that if the closer we get, the better it'll be.
Thank you.
And this is really interesting. Look who has to walk out with police escort. We're going to amplify this little lie she told about being scared a couple years ago. That's interesting. This is really cool. Good optics, too.
Good weather out.
Good optics. I saw her recording us tonight, too. I don't know what she's doing that for, but excellent optics. This is the person that lied saying that I was a threat to her after a commission meeting when she's the one that stopped and instigated everything. Walks out with police. Excellent optics.
Nasty lady.
Yeah, excellent optics. You're a shitty city manager, man. Look at her running. She won't even come out this way now. These chicken shit fucking politicians, man.